both the franchise, Steve Kerr, the GM, all of them, the player, they made this bed and now they're all sleeping in it. And the fans and the podcasters and the radio talk show hosts, we're just here watching it.
Now let's just dive, full bore into this whole Warriors Jonathan Kuminga update. So basically, over the last week, Eric Kareen of The Athletic said that the Warriors don't want, he started off the article saying that the Warriors he thinks the Warriors don't want Jonathan Kuminga, and Kuminga doesn't want to be here, yet the Warriors weren't willing to forego extending a qualifying offer. It's more of a case of protecting the asset rather than actually believing in the player at this point. The Warriors offered a 2-year, $45 million with a contract with the team option in the second year. Kuminga's agent countered with a 3-year, $82 million contract. Sacramento and Phoenix are both offered sign and trade deals, with Phoenix's offer believed to be 4 years, $90 million. So basically doubling what the Warriors offered. Warriors reportedly wanted Ryan Dunn included in any sign and trade with Phoenix, and Phoenix wasn't really wanting to give him up. So the Warriors have basically cut off all talks of sign and trades. The team additionally is kind of hard capped at the first apron if any sign and trade goes through. So at this point, the better choice is kind of just wait and see what's available at the trade deadline. Also, Tim Kawakami reported that the Warriors don't plan on trading Jonathan Kuminga at this point, and he'll be on the roster to start the season. That came through today. The two pathways for that are accepting the qualifying offer of 1 year, $7.9 million, or sign the 2-year, $45 million, and the second year is a team option. At this point, the ball is in Jonathan Kuminga's hands. That's kind of where that sits there. And the Warriors at this point, they also have 3 signings kind of on pause as it stands right now. They have verbal agreements in place, it sounds like, according to reports, with Al Horford, De'Anthony Melton, and Gary Payton II. But all 3 of those can't happen until the Jonathan Kuminga situation gets sorted out. So obviously with Horford, that's more of a a leadership locker room kind of thing, and an extra big, extra body. D'Anthony Melton, that's like a perimeter defense kind of thing. GP2, we know what he brings, the energy, the defense, and all that stuff. So and with Kuminga's dollars, that's got to get sorted out, and you can only really sign vet minimum players at that point. Until then, you gotta kind of know where the bigger dollars sit. So yeah, it's just everything's kind of holding out. Gotta have this domino fall.
Yeah, I think they're both, the franchise and the player, Jonathan Kuminga, they're both at it's a game of chicken right now, and who's gonna flinch. And I see both sides of it. I'm not on Team Kuminga and I'm not on Team Warriors as far as like who's in the right and who's in the wrong. At the end of the day, I want the Warriors to win, and I want to be competitive and hopefully get another championship, because I would love to see Steph Curry go out with the most chips in this era of basketball, right? Because if he gets another one, it's the Steph Curry era. Forget LeBron James. All due respect, right? It's the Curry era. So of course I'm rooting for that, because that's the team I grew up rooting for. That's the team. That's what we talk about here. But as far as who's right and wrong, they're both right. They're both wrong. Like they did this to themselves.
Yeah.
We talked about a little bit about it last week. Like, there are some things that the coaching staff, the Golden State Warriors, asked Jonathan Kuminga to do, and he's not really putting in the effort or unwilling to do it. So you're not going to earn the playing time to show that you can score. The contract thing, I think the JK saga has been going on for a couple of years now. This conversation of, is he a superstar? Is he just an all-star? Is he a role player? Can he even start in the league? This evaluation of Jonathan Kuminga and like where he's at in his career and what he projects to, this has been an ongoing conversation for a couple of years now. So where I'll say that where the Warriors failed is if at any moment you felt like he wasn't going to be that superstar, then you should have moved off of him last year when the capital, when you could have got something in return for him. Or if you thought he was going to be that superstar, you could have got the contract done a lot sooner. And with Jonathan Kuminga, like I get it. You can only play the minutes that's given to you. But at the same time, like no matter what franchise you go to, there's going to be coaches that ask you to play better defense, to be better at rebounding. Like you can't just score and win games. How many franchises have we seen where these teams got premier scorers and they suck, Vince? They just stink. So I'm not trying to make it seem like, Jonathan Kuminga, isn't a pro or anything like that. He's great at what he does, but it's a two-way street. They both the franchise, Steve Kerr, the GM, all of them, the player, they made this bed and now they're all sleeping in it. And the fans and the podcasters and the radio talk show hosts, we're just here watching it. I don't think anything's going to happen for another, what is it, October 1st? Nobody has to really do anything until October 1st I think what I heard. So, I think this is going to go up to the wire, which is a little frustrating because you're trying to figure, October 1st, the season is right around the corner.
Yeah.
So how this is going to fall for us, who's going to be on the team, or is Al Horford and Melton and GP2, are they going to go elsewhere? Rosters are already kind of filling up. So is it going to cost them their job, their money? And I think that's why like Looney was like, you're not going to make, no one else, the Warriors were not going to offer what Looney got. So Looney took the money.
Yeah.
And, rightfully so. So it's a very complex situation. I can't recall a free agency for a team as rough as this.
They still got like 6 open roster slots right now.
Exactly. That's what I'm saying is,
yeah,
you got a lot of work to do. And I go back up the truck a little bit about the trades holding up. How would, cause the Sacramento trade.
Oh yeah.
Sacramento was reportedly offering Malik Monk and a protected first round draft pick for Jonathan Kuminga.
Something like that. Yeah.
So I think it was like top 8 protected, top 7 protected.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like I would have took the deal, Vince. I feel like I would have took the deal.
I think I would have.
I'm not the hugest fan of Malik Monk, but he could get it when he's on. He's on. Oh, I think you would have had to given up either Buddy Hield or Moses Moody. Buddy, I love you, but you're a Sacramento King.
Yeah, to make the money work. Yeah. I mean, yeah, it's just to make the money work too. It's so rough to like just this whole situation. I want to be done with it. That's like I need this done. We needed this done yesterday at this point. I'm over it. I want it done. I want to get these 6 roster slots filled out. There's 3 guys. We just talked about them. 3 guys that they have verbal commitments. I want to be talking about who are we going to fill with these last 3 roster slots with, but we can't talk about that until this domino that is Jonathan Kuminga falls.